The MediaTek Helio Gen 100, a 5800 mAh battery, 120Hz on a 6.67 inches display. Is this the recipe for the best mid-range budget device in 2025? We're about to find out. This is my review of the OPPO Reno 13F. Let's get it. To begin with, we're going to start with the price point, but as at the time I'm making this video, price is not yet out, so I'm going to update that in the comment section or the description down below. Go check it out for updated prices. Now let's jump straight to the build and design. It's a simple minimalistic look. It feels like a mid-range budget device with a plastic back and frame with minimal bezels at the front. The Reno 13F has the volume rocker and power button at the right side, a Type-C, a mic, and a SIM card tray that accommodates 2 nano SIMs at the bottom of the device. And that is almost it for this device. It actually feels very lightweight. I'm excited. This has IP69 dust and water resistance, which we did test, and this was the result. It was actually able to survive being dipped in the water for a few minutes. I didn't want to keep it up to the 30 minutes that OPPO says, but it actually survived. Before you put it in the water though, inside the camera options, you have to go to more and go to underwater before you place your phone in the water, just in case you want to take videos or pictures when you go swimming. And once you're done, all you have to do is to hold the power button to exit this mode, and it's going to eject all the water from any of the ports on the device. So that is pretty cool. Thanks OPPO for having this in your device. All this makes it a solid build for a budget mid-range device. I'm actually excited about that. But when it comes to the grip and the feel of the device, it feels very comfortable in the hand. It's actually lightweight, but still feels really good for a mid-range device, and I have no complaints about how this feels in the hands. Now let's talk about the display. It's a 6.7 inches OLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and has Full HD resolution. And this has 1200 nits of brightness and can actually go up to 2100 when it comes to the peak brightness. So when using outdoors, you shouldn't be having any issues with viewing this device. At 6.67 inches, this is slightly bigger than the regular 13, which is a good thing. The display is stunning, it has good looking colors, gets bright enough when using outdoors, and has amazing viewing angles as well. There are no noticeable color shifts when using this device, so I like the display when you're using it outside. The 120Hz makes this device responsive as well, so interacting with the display is a really nice experience. And when watching content on here, I was glad OPPO was able to put a stereo speaker on here, so you have the sound coming from the bottom and also at the top, which makes it a very immersive feel when you're watching and listening to videos on this device, plus those amazing little bezels on this device. For a mid-range device, once again, I actually like this display. It comes with an in-display fingerprint sensor, and coming from a flagship device, I must say this is not the fastest that I've seen, but it's not the slowest as well, and it's actually secure, so you should definitely use that. Now let's talk about the performance. This comes with the MediaTek Helio J100 and comes pre-installed with Android 15. You get 8GB of RAM plus 256GB of storage. This chipset offers exceptional all-day gaming performance, outstanding battery life. It's also responsible for the smooth display experience and reliable global connectivity. For my first time using an OPPO device, I must say ColorOS was actually fun. The animations are smooth and it also handles gameplay very well. Enjoyed this gameplay I did on this device. It was a very fun one. Whilst gaming on this device though, I must say the device got a little bit warm to the touch, but it didn't make my gameplay uncomfortable. So it actually does a very good job at playing games with average settings. Then there are a couple of AI features I want us to discuss before we jump into the cameras. The first, the AI re-image. So with this, you can apply some artistic fun styles to your pictures or just turn your pictures into amazing looking artworks. And you can also check out the AI eraser, where it's going to help you easily erase objects or people from images if you feel like they are not supposed to be in the image. So you should definitely check that as well. Now let's talk about the cameras. This comes with a 50 megapixel main sensor, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, a macro camera, and a 32 megapixel selfie camera. And these are some pictures that was taken with this device. For videos, this is able to shoot 1080 at 60 FPS. Okay, so this is a front camera video test on the OPPO Reno 13F. What do you think about the camera? The skin tones, dynamic range, sound, how do I sound? We're going to go ahead and jog back and forth just to test out the stabilization on this. I'm going to go back, jogging backwards, and jog forward. Test out the stabilization on the selfie camera. Now we're going to switch to the main camera and see how that looks as well. Okay, this is the footage from the main camera as well. We're shooting in 1080 30 FPS. So what do you think about the skin tones, dynamic range, and all? How do I sound? We're going to jog back and forth to just test out the stabilization on this guy. Jog backwards. Guys, don't let me crash. Okay, we're there. Now we'll jog forward. What do you think about the stabilization? Let me know what you think about this camera system in the comment section down below, please. For the pictures and videos, I must say they weren't my favorite. They are probably the most softest part of this device. But apart from that, the AI features that you have after you take the pictures are pretty amazing. You should definitely check them out. Now let's talk about the battery life. For the battery life, you have a 5800 mAh battery, which supports 45 watts of super fast charge, and you can get about 44% in 30 minutes of charging. That is definitely cool. Battery life on this device was amazing. Depending on your case or use case scenario, I actually went throughout the whole day without recharging this device. For 5800 mAh battery, it's enough to actually use for the whole day or even two. So battery life was amazing. For the build and the feel, I have no complaints with this. It feels like a budget mid-range device. It feels very light in the hand. For the performance, it was average as well, but the AI features on here were amazing. The AI eraser worked pretty well, and the fact that you can actually put this in water, the IP69 dust and water resistance on here works pretty well. If you're the type that goes to the poolside to take a lot of pictures, videos underwater, you have no issues with this device. The battery life on here to 5800 mAh battery is enough battery to use for the whole day and more. So apart from that, the display is also very clean, very neat, amazing looking color, and I didn't have any issues with that. So that is what I think about this device. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. I probably think the cameras were the softest part of this device, but that is just for me. So if you're new to this channel, of course, subscribe for amazing videos like this, and as usual, stay liquid, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.